Hey, Vinny.
Yeah, Cardiff?
Do you want to go subreddit surfing? I wanna go subreddit surfing. Grab your phone, let's go subreddit surfing. Cause I wanna go subreddit surfing with you. We talk to folks from different subreddits because sometimes we just don't get it. We explore all kinds of subreddits. Subscribe now or you will regret it. Do you want to go subreddit surfing? I wanna go subreddit surfing. Grab your phone, let's go subreddit surfing. Cause I wanna go subreddit surfing with you. Vinny and Cardiff go subreddit surfing. Mondays at 8 we are subreddit surfing. 10 is too late for subreddit surfing. So be here now for subreddit surfing today.
Hola, subreddit surfers. Cardiff,
Hola.
put your stuff in there already. You're messing things up. Yeah, let's switch that around too. Hi, everybody. It's a great Saturday morning to be here subreddit surfing with you. My name is Vinny. That's Cardiff. And today, we are going to have some fun on a very early Saturday morning in the good old US of A. Thank you, everyone who's tuning in live on YouTube on Cardiff's channel or on the subreddit surfing channel. We're glad to have you here.
Only on subreddit surfing today, I believe.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I thought we had it going to your channel too.
Nah, screw those people. We only want big kahunas here today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Fucking awesome. So, Cardiff, today we are going to be revisiting one of our favorite subreddits.
Yes.
Tell the people where we're going today.
Well, before we do that, I do want to call someone out. Call someone out who screwed us over this morning.
Who?
I sent Christian Blatt the link for this episode 2 minutes ago. He was supposed to be our special guest host today. And obviously he slept in. Screw you, Christian Blatt. You're dead to me.
I know. People are up all over the world are watching this right now. Christian couldn't get up to come join us.
Terrible, terrible. Horrible human being. And also, Vinny, I think we need to apologize. We've messed with the schedule of this show a few times. It's mostly your fault, but I will own some of the culpability in that.
How about you own this week's? Can you own this week's?
No.
Why?
Because that would hurt my credibility.
Great. So
yes.
Just piss all over Vinny's. That'll be fine.
Isn't that what we do here?
Husey, hello. How are you?
Oh, hello,
it is what we do here. It's piss on Vinny. That's all we ever do.
Yes.
Good Lord.
Welcome to the European version of subreddit surfing, Saturday mornings. Welcome, Husey.
No adapters needed.
None.
Here we are. Yes. Okay, Christian Blatt's a piece of shit. You're going to tell the people what subreddit we're doing?
We're dipping our toes for the third time because it's so much fun into Am I the Asshole?
That's one of my absolute favorite subreddits because you don't get a lot of chances in your everyday life to completely just judge people.
No.
Where they come to you and ask you to judge them. You know what I mean? That's the thing about this.
And they're coming from the angle already kind of figuring they're the asshole. It's not like when somebody comes to you and you know I'm right? You know it wasn't me. You know it wasn't my fault. Like, listen to what this dumbass did to me. No, they're coming to you with the angle of I kind of get, this was kind of fucked up. I did this, isn't it?
Well, some of them are like that, but a lot of them are just seeking the validation that no, everybody else is wrong but me.
Yeah. Well, none of the ones I pulled.
Okay,
none
good.
Of the ones.
Good. So everybody who joined, thank you so much for coming and watching live with us today. If you want to support the channel and you want to become a member, just hit the join button and become a big kahuna. Cardiff.
Vinny.
Let's take a second here and hit up a super chat from Blinky Jedi, who says Vinny takes Chinese HGH and weak testosterone. Thanks, Blinky.
I don't believe you're even taking weak testosterone.
They just said my mic was too loud. I turned it down a little bit. Sorry.
Everyone knows it's a glue-on beard, Vinny. It's a merkin on your face.
Where the fuck do you think I would get a merkin this weirdly colored?
Rochester is the merkin capital of America. You can get a merkin in any shape or size in Rochester, New York.
Oh, boy. Nobody can hear me now. Great.
I can hear you.
Okay. I was just told nobody can hear. I'm at my fucking wit's end today, guys. You might see the last of Vinnie Paulino on the internet for a very long time. That's how goddamn annoyed I am with this right now.
I would ask if you are quitting, to give me all your equipment, but no.
Oh, you definitely want it.
Yeah, now you are a little low, so you might want to crank it. Just put it back to where you started. Everybody, we've been on the stream for about 35 minutes trying to troubleshoot. We are having some technical difficulties today, some technical issues. Vinny, I believe, has walked off the show. I'm glad. I'm glad everyone is here to witness this. I'm sorry for laughing at your pain, Vinny. I'm sorry for laughing at your pain. But please come back to the show. Put your headphones on and come back to the show. There he is. Hi, Vinny. Hi, Vinny. Welcome back.
Hi, everybody. I hope that fixes the problem.
You're good. You're good. You are good.
God damn
it. Next week, subreddit surfing with Cardiff and anyone else.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it ain't going to be Christian Blatt.
No.
All right.
Vinny, should we jump right in? It is better.
Okay, good. Sure, why not? Let's check out some Am I the Asshole? I think this will be good before I hang myself.
Oh, perfect. Good. Don't do that. Those poor roof beams. They don't deserve that punishment.
We're going to bring the whole house down. It's not the way I wanted to, but it's the way it's going to happen.
All right, here's the first one, Vinny. This is a fun one. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for using my friend, quote unquote friend, to get on the Stuttering John podcast and then getting my friend kicked off the show?
Yes.
Okay.
Completely, 100%.
Okay, good. Next.
That was me.
You want to talk about our appearance on the Stuttering John podcast yesterday for a moment?
Yeah, he's all mad at me now, and he told me to go suck Carl's cock this morning.
Why is that? Why would Stuttering John instruct you to suck Carl's cock? I mean, obviously he doesn't. You don't need any direction to do that. You would do that anyway.
Oh, certainly, obviously. You know that the guy that I call all sorts of names. You know how much I love him. I don't know. It was very strange. Like yesterday, you brought the fight that happened on the Creep Off onto his show.
I did. I'm sorry about that. Sorry to draw attention to that.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yes.
And John apparently was watching it. I didn't see all of it. I saw a good chunk of it. I was running in and out of my office while it was going on. But you sent me a link to come on the show. So I fucking jumped on. And the next thing I know, I'm on there looking at John, talking with John, doing John's show. I wasn't expecting to do John's show yesterday afternoon. Nope. And I tried to be a good guest on John's show. I didn't sandbag him. I didn't fuck with him. I just fucking did the show. And then all of a sudden, he throws Cardiff off, and now it's just me and John. And John told me we were only going to be 10 more minutes. 45 minutes later, I'm still there, still being a good guest, still chatting with him, still.
In the meantime, I'm over on Carl's. In the meantime, I'm over on Carl's Creep Off stream for about 10 or 15 minutes. Luckily, my goal was to go over there while you guys were stream sniping the Creep Off. But I missed it because I thought that would be my way to get back on the show and beg John to have me back on.
Well, I was legitimately mad during John's show because we go over to Carl's channel and he once again was cheating, Cardiff. He was cheating again. The listeners told him he had to sit there and listen to the Bills song by himself for 2 hours. Next thing I know, he's got Lorenzo, he's got Vito, he's got all these people on there. It's not the consequence, Carl.
The audio was pretty low, too.
And he's so full of shit that he's going to go, I was trying to be entertaining, Vinny. Don't you understand how to do a live stream, Vinny? I'm so fucking entertaining. I'm being entertaining, you moron. That's the shit he'll say to me. But he doesn't understand that the entertainment for everybody that loves the Creep Off, not fucking WATP. All the people who like the Creep Off want to watch you fucking suffer, Carl. So fucking suffer and take your fucking medicine.
But no.
So I'm watching this on John's stream, and I'm mad, and I go on to Carl's stream, and Carl starts on me. I'm a traitor. And I fucking laugh, and I'm laughing at the whole fucking situation. Next thing I know, I'm being told by John, oh, you went on his show and you were trashing me. I didn't fucking trash you, John. Jesus Christ. All the fucking drama around these people.
Just glad he missed my appearance. I still have a shot to be back next Thursday on the Stuttering John.
Dude, listen, John, have me back. Don't have me back. I don't care, okay? I didn't fucking do anything to you, dude. And I got to fucking spend my whole night fucking instant messaging with a guy who's pissed off over literally nothing after I just did him a goddamn favor on his show. He is an amazing human being. Everybody's trash. Nobody trashed you. Here's what I did. I went on there and I said something to the effect of, Carl, this is what I said. I'm going to use a trick I just learned. Carl, you promise you're going to tell me the truth now, aren't you? I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to tell me the truth, right? Is that trashing someone? I was just making fun of the fact that John does that all the time. That's all. It was a joke.
Ease up, Milton.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, you motherfucker. Waver, you bastard. That was funny. All right.
That was one of my happiest times when Stuttering John thought you were Patrick Milton.
Yeah, and not for nothing, I'm going to point this out, and I really hope you show this to John. I really hope you do.
Ever.
I want to point out, that motherfucker called me Patrick Melton, called me fatty, called me a nobody asshole, said all sorts of shit about me, and I still went on his show and was nice to him. And I trashed Carl on his show. The whole time I was on, I was trashing Carl. And then I go on there, and I'm still trashing Carl. I make one stupid little joke. Oh, look at that. Bladcast says there's no invite. Cardiff, were you lying?
Now he wakes up. Jesus, guy.
Get the man the invite. He's welcome on the show today. So I trash Carl all over John's show, and I make one little joke over there, and I go over to Carl's channel, and all of a sudden I'm trashing him. I don't know how to react to any of this.
Yeah, you did 2 hours of trashing Carl.
Yeah, and I made a joke that John tells everybody to promise to tell the truth before he asks them a question. Wow, what an asshole I am. What a prick Vinnie is.
What a prick Vinnie is. That's the title of this week's episode.
That's fine.
What a prick Vinnie is.
Am I the asshole, everybody?
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
Yes. All right, Christian Blatt, I did send you a link. No pressure. You want to jump on. If you don't, you're still dead to us. Thank you. All right, Vinnie.
To be fair, Vinnie was trashing John's kids. Yeah, that was me.
Yes, all over Patreon. On the Creep Off Patreon. And that's the funny thing. John thinks that all his copyrighted material is on the WATP Patreon. No, it's all been diverted to the Creep Off Patreon. So if you want the free audiobook, if you want the John's movie, it's all on the Creep Off Patreon. So sign up today at the Creep. That's Carl. That's Weasley Carl. Weasley Carl.
Cardiff.
Should we jump in to the subreddit video?
I guess I'm done with my meltdown, but boy, am I not happy today.
Yes. No, you're not. So, Vinnie, here is one based on the title, minus one word. This could be you in this post. So I will blank out the word that I think eliminates you from this, and then I'll read it twice. Am I the asshole for wearing shorts to the blank, even after being asked to stop? Am I the asshole for wearing short shorts to the blank, even after being asked?
Am I supposed to guess the word? Am I supposed to put the music in here?
Yeah, sure. Guess the word. What's the blank?
I know the word. The gym?
The gime?
The gime?
Yes. Am I the
Somebody
asshole?
Told me I was pronouncing it wrong.
Gime, yes. Am I the asshole for wearing short shorts to the gime, even after being asked to stop? So I'm a big guy. I work out daily. I go to 3 gyms regularly. I wear and have worn what we lovingly call Ranger panties. Have you ever heard the term Ranger panties, Vinnie?
I can't say that I have.
Yeah, that's a new one for me. They are short shorts. Think Magnum PI. So those kind of white 80s short shorts. I usually get attention for this, but it's usually just old men that roll their eyes. Occasionally, women stare. Nothing out of control. I've been doing it for years. Well, recently, a woman joined my gym that seems obsessed with my legs. She will walk over every time she sees me. Well, her husband came with her the other day, and he proceeded to have a mental breakdown over his wife talking to me. He came over and asked if I thought my shorts were appropriate. I responded
get the hell out of here. Are you kidding me?
No.
That's ridiculous.
I responded by asking him not to objectify me for being beautiful, which made him very mad. Staff got involved and asked me to cover up for a little while. I said, sure. So the next day I came in smaller shorts, but with a long sleeve shirt.
Okay.
He was with her and lost his mind. When staff came again to talk to me, I said I had been working out like this for years here. I have also seen women wear a hell of a lot less, so I would not be changing anytime soon. Which they just shrugged at. So Reddit, am I the asshole?
No, this guy is not the asshole. No fucking way is this guy the asshole. The asshole is the insecure crybaby who was worried that his wife was looking at other people's legs. Buddy, listen, man. Take it from me. Everybody's wife looks at other dudes. Every dude looks at other women. And you projecting your insecurity and going and like telling another guy to go cover up. Yeah, you're the asshole, dude. Not the poster. OP, not the asshole in this one, Cardiff. No way.
If Vinny, if you subscribe to the other guy's theory here, you would be, if you had to talk to every guy that looked at your wife, I think you'd spend your entire day talking.
All day. I would spend every day. I went to a thing with her yesterday, and I watched her walk over to go buy a bottle of water, and I watched 4 dudes check her out walking past her. I watched it. I don't fucking care. What am I getting upset for? And I also saw
Vinny over here.
I also probably saw about 40 people look at me in disgust when I did the same thing. And she didn't say anything.
It was more that poor beautiful blind woman.
Where's her cane?
That's
the biggest scene dog I've ever seen.
But yeah, that's just the balls though to go over to somebody in the Gime. And the funny thing is he's thinking it's his legs that are the attraction with short shorts. Like when I first saw this title, I thought now I've worn when I was about 4 or 5 years old, I was wearing a pair of these shorts once. And I think I told this story recently. I was sitting crisscross applesauce on the driveway with a couple girls from across the street. And all of a sudden one of them just started pointing and laughing because my schlong was
hanging out.
It's my little wee-wee was sticking out the bottom of the shorts, pointed right at her. And I've never forgotten that moment. It's etched and burned into my psyche.
It's probably not a good feeling to have like the first interaction as a child of a stranger with your penis being discussed.
Pointing and laughing.
It probably does scar you a little bit.
Yeah. There's a reason. There's a reason I might have failed phys ed once.
Fuck, I feel like there's a reason you're a potato filter on the internet now. I mean, that makes sense to me.
I have to cover my shame.
That's your fatty pneumonia moment.
Yes. I have to cover my shame. What's fatty pneumonia, Vinny?
The only person who's to get that is B Dabbler.
Oh.
Fez from Ron and Fez when he was a little boy.
Got it.
He was a chunky boy like I was. His parents went to the beach and they got home and he was covered in sand and they wouldn't let him in the house. So his dad made him strip naked in the driveway and hosed him down. And all the kids, for some reason, kept calling him fatty pneumonia after that. I don't know why, but he got hosed down in the driveway naked in front of his friends and everybody laughed at him.
Oh, yeah. These are the things. People, if you have children, try not to scar them for life. If you don't have children,
love to a cupcake.
Yes. Oh, good morning, B Dabbler. B Dabbler, host. I believe he has a big special guest on at 10 a.m. this morning. Wendy, the slow adult. So we will try and wrap up for 10 a.m. and everyone can jump over there and check out Wendy.
I have had enough of streaming with slow adults, Cardiff.
You wanna end now? But yeah, that's a bit of a dick move. But I think sorry.
No, please.
Yeah, I don't think the guy with shorts is the asshole. I think the insecure husband is the asshole.
Yeah. I think that the reason why the legs were brought up is because this man specifically came up and started complaining that the guy was wearing shorts that were too short.
Yeah, and even as a guy, like, you're just admitting. I could you ever, Vinny? I think I've come clean. I am not the exquisite physical specimen that my smile might lead you to believe. But I have enough security in my life that I would never go up to another man and kind of admit that he's better than me in any way. I would just, you still got to try and alpha male the fucker, even though his legs might be fantastic. You still got to, like, fuck this guy, right?
Right, but also, I'm trying to think of any reason why I would complain about another guy in the gym, and the only thing I can think of is if the guy's, like, balls are actually hanging out and he's just walking around. I would probably say something to the effect of, hey, put those away, please. Or, I mean, if he's being that oblivious, then maybe you do go talk to the people at the desk or something. But I would never be in a gym, so this would never be my problem.
I would love to see this the opposite gender. So, like, a really hot woman at the gym, a guy keeps coming up, guy brings his wife to the gym.
I'd put money on it that this happens to women.
I'm sure it does, but I'm saying you think it results in a fight.
I hope so. That'd be hot. Yeah. Like, what happens is, like, one really hot chick goes in there and she's wearing, like, the short shorts, like, you know, where the ass cheeks are hanging out the back a little bit. Those I'm good with. Wear those all day long. Those are fantastic.
We call those the Vinnie Paulino shorts because you always wear those.
That's under my jeans. Yeah. Then there's going to be the women at the gym who look like me.
Yes.
The women at the gym that are, there because of the New Year's resolution and whatnot. They're going to see the girl wearing the Vinnie Paulino specials, and she's to get all mad and give her a talking to. And that never ends well. I'm sure that happens every day.
Yeah. But speaking of short shorts.
Hey.
Our favorite man in short shorts, Christian.
I was really expecting you to credit me as yet another slow adult streaming on the internet right now.
And yet another slow adult streaming on the internet right now. Christian Blatt. Welcome. Edit that part out, Vinny. Edit that. That's a much better intro. Much better intro. How are you, CB? Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you both. Cardiff, I don't know if you know, Vinny, but Cardiff tagged me last night that I was going to be on this show. And then he's like, oh, I was just joking. Obviously, it's 5:30 in the morning your time. Little bit known to me, I was going to be up. And then I'm like, oh, it'll be funny if I give the Lorenzo Aliola no invite. And yet here I am now. And it's, it's not even 6, but I'd get up even earlier for the two of you.
Well, thank you. You got up early. You drove all the way to Rochester. You're broadcasting from Carl's basement. Thank you.
Yeah. We're doing the show at 7:30 next week. I hope you wake up early to join us.
Yep. I'll get up even earlier. Keep doing it earlier every week, and I'll keep getting up earlier Pacific time. Yeah.
Eventually we'll be back at our original time at 8 p.m. if we just keep rolling it back an hour. We'll be, just for the gag, Vinny, you and me will be doing this at 2:30 in the morning. Just for the gag. David Brandon, thank you for the $2. Vinny gets no respect.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
And that's the way we like it here. And also, Dang Lizard with the €5. Cardiff, you're not a slow adult. You're the potato gun of the hypocrisy police. Thank you, Dang Lizard. Oh, Christian. Have you ever been in a situation like our first post? Have you ever been at the gym and someone complained that your shorts were too short?
No, I have such a bad body self-image that I go dressed sort of like full Hasidim. I'm covered, my head all the way down to I don't even want to show ankles when I'm at the gym. Yeah.
Let me say thank you on behalf of all the other gym patrons.
It's very much appreciated. Yeah. But I do see other people that there's always, look, occasionally there's ladies where you're like, well, I'm glad they're not wearing more. But you'll see some fellas who you think that's what they have to exercise in. And then there'll always be like the guy on the treadmill in jeans, and you're like, I mean, that's a choice, I guess.
It is. It is.
All right. Can I throw out a Am I the Asshole post for you, gentlemen? I have an interesting one here.
Okay, so you're just going to change the format of the show? Go ahead.
No, I'm going to do the format of the show.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Am I the asshole for refusing to replace my roommate's kettle after I dropped it in the toilet? Now, here's why I like this post, guys. Here's what I like about this. This is two young girls, a 21-year-old and a 22-year-old, arguing over a kettle that was dropped in a toilet. And I am fascinated by the headline, and I would like to know what happened.
I want to know why the kettle was anywhere near the toilet. My kettle roommate has never been within 50 feet of the toilet.
The good thing for these two girls is they literally do have a pot to piss in. So that's good. My regular roommate is traveling in another country. So Kay, who they're calling the 22-year-old female, moved in last month for 7 months until she finishes school. Kay is from an affluent background and could easily be living in her own nicer apartment, but decided to get the real university experience, her words, by living in a more normal student apartment. So in other words, Kay is slumming it, living it with you and your toilet kettle. Mm-hmm. When Kay, she moved in, brought a lot of different stuff with her. When I came home on her first day...
Sorry, Vinny, I got to interrupt. Or Kay is a liar, pants on fire, is not rich, and is just pretending. We know that happens.
You think people don't pretend to be rich all the time for clout?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the poster asked, now look, tell me the truth here. Are you rich? You got to tell me the truth. You're rich, right?
There you go. How much did you make substitute teaching last year?
Either way, this woman brought a lot of stuff, and she said that the stuff that she put in the kitchen was for use for everyone, long story short. Now, about a month ago, this is her post, our toilet started acting up. It will flush, but it does it very slowly. I know our landlord should be fixing it, but he's a pain, so I decided just to do it myself. I bought this powder that is supposed to clear clogs, but you have to put 2 cups of boiling water in the toilet first. I used her fancy little kettle to boil the water and poured it in the toilet, but I didn't realize the lid wasn't on tight, so it fell off into the toilet. I flushed it out, gave it a good wash, and then put it through the sanitized cycle in the dishwasher. When Kay came home, I told her what happened, and she said, "Don't worry about it. You could buy me a new one." I thought that was ridiculous, but I was willing to do it until I found it out. It cost $700.
The hell?
What kind of tea kettle is this?
I think this girl's full of shit. Yeah. And this girl needs to make rent. She's like, oh, yeah, the tea kettle was $700. I got to make my car payment Tuesday. Cash or check.
Well, you know, it's that Gucci tea kettle that looks surprisingly like a handbag.
I do not have the money to replace the kettle, and I'm absolutely not doing it. When I told Kay, she acted shocked, said that she will never use the toilet kettle again, and now she's not talking to me. So am I the asshole for not replacing the kettle, but only washing it? Now, this is interesting. You took your roommate's thing and you dropped it in the toilet. Your roommate says you should just buy me a new one because I'm never going to use a toilet kettle again. Now, to me, I would never use the toilet kettle again. So I'm kind of halfway with this.
But isn't the mistake telling the roommate that you dropped it in the toilet?
Yes.
Don't you clean it, put it through the sanitized cycle, and then you'd laugh every time you see her with the tea kettle.
And never have tea again.
Yeah, never have tea again. I'm a coffee gal from here on in.
Absolutely correct. The move is you never use the tea pot again, and you never tell her that there was an issue with the tea kettle. That's the move. So, is she the asshole? Yay or nay, folks?
Well, so if you really read the story, though, if you think about the story, it was a clogged toilet.
Yep.
Now, generally, the toilets are clogged with something you don't want in your...
It's not clogged with flowers.
No, it's not clogged with tea bags. That's for sure.
It's not clogged with diamonds and jewels.
It is a ladies' residence, so there are other things that it could be clogged with. That at least I hate to misgender you, Cardiff, but my understanding is that none of us are ladies, so there are items that their toilet could be clogged with that we don't personally need, any of the three of us.
Yes,
sure.
That is true. But even at that, I wouldn't want that in my tea kettle.
Wait, you don't want period tea?
No, I do not.
Well, all right.
I'm sure somebody does. But I do not. Now, a quick Googling. This is the most expensive tea kettle I could find.
Okay, how much?
At about $549 for some reason.
I'll give you $30. That looks nice.
This is not a garage sale, Vinny. The price
$30
is the price.
Offer.
I've got 50 for that tea kettle. Let's do it Sotheby's style.
Let him have it.
Damn it, that didn't work.
Certainly didn't. I like this response because this is also not wrong. I like this response. This came from Troublemakers, responded, you should either buy a replacement lid if available or replace it. It's not my fault I bought an expensive item and someone else rendered it damaged and unusable. Don't use other people's stuff if you aren't willing to accept responsibility. You should have just called the landlord.
Well, no, but in that case though, like this is someone who came in. What's this? What if there's two people living in this room? They're gonna have two tea kettles. Like they're gonna have two of everything. No, it's kind of an agreement. You bring the tea kettle, I'll bring the coffee maker, kind of thing. When you have roommates, so it's kind of fair use at that point. Unless the tea kettle's in her room, she's making tea in her room. If it's in the kitchen, it's public domain.
If you have a $700 tea kettle, you should be keeping it in a fucking safe.
I mean, I definitely wouldn't bring it to college. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't bring it to college where I have roommates. You know, I'd get one of those like $20 electric tea kettles that you just sort of plug in on the counter. You know,
you would.
Damn it.
I mean, no, but I've had a $50 tea kettle. It's been on my counter for, I don't know, 10 years.
Yeah,
maybe it's time to replace it. Nothing has ever, as far as I know, nothing has ever happened to that kettle that would make me question its value,
because everyone in your house knows to keep their mouth shut.
That is true. The worst thing I've ever done to a kettle, and fun fact, people, you cannot boil milk in an electric tea kettle.
Oh no.
Just an FYI for everybody. Don't do that. You know, when you want to make a really nice hot chocolate with milk, yeah, don't put it in a kettle at all.
What a wonderful lesson to learn. Now, here's the good news, everybody. Reddit has declared it's official. She got the asshole tag right there.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they gave her the asshole tag on this. I thought that was interesting.
I mean, to circle back, the roommate's an asshole for bringing a $700 tea kettle to college. However, the poster is definitely a huge asshole as well. I think everyone in this equation's an asshole.
Yeah. And if only Seinfeld was based on two 20-something girls living in New York, this could have been a Seinfeld episode. I think we should remake all the Seinfeld episodes using nothing but 20-year-old girls. I think that's actually
not the worst idea I've heard.
Yeah, we could get right around that SAG actor strike if we just take the exact scripts and just put 23-year-old girls in all the Seinfeld episodes.
Who was that dude who did that show already? Wasn't it Lena Dunham?
Is that what that is? Is that what Girls is?
I think it is. I don't know. I never watched it.
With a little bit of nudity.
My understanding is that show was less a girl version of Seinfeld and more a fat version of Sex and the City. But I haven't seen it, so I'm not really sure.
I think that's a more accurate description. Yeah. Yes. Very, very good description.
Fat in the City coming to CBS.
I've got one for you, gentlemen, if you're ready. Are you ready?
Yes.
I'm ready.
Okay, good. Gotta get confirmation. Am I the asshole for asking my sister what the fuck she expected to happen at her shit show of a bachelorette party?
Oh boy.
Yep. For some reason, yes.
I'm just gonna lead with generally when you're I told you so in someone, you're probably a bit of an asshole. But that's just my opinion out of the gate.
But if you were I told you soing the entire way through the event, like if you were consistently telling them from beginning to end, maybe they could be the asshole because they refuse to listen to you the entire time.
And not knowing the post yet, it is entirely possible to be an asshole and also be right. Both of those things can be true.
That is true.
I do it every day.
So am I the asshole for asking my sister what the fuck she expected to happen at her shit show of a bachelorette party? For some reason, my 32-year-old sister, she's 32. My sister, 23, and her fiance, 25, decided that the very best way to celebrate before getting married was to have a joint bachelorette party at strip clubs.
Man. What?
I've been to 2 joint bachelorette parties, and in both cases, the couple got divorced within just a couple years. So it's always a bad sign when you think that's what you need to do. And it's usually the wife to be doesn't trust the husband to be to not fuck a stripper.
Yes. They also hired a bus. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say it's a really bad idea.
Yes.
It's a very bad idea.
They also hired a bus limo for the evening. The aftermath, I don't know why they put that in like it was... They put that in its own paragraph. Like that was the big...
that's a bit of a white trash flex. And we hired a bus limo. Yeah. Jealous?
The aftermath was, thus far, 3 breakups, 4 people dropping out of the wedding party, 1 impending divorce, and 1 arrest. The cleaning bill for the limo was more than the original rental fee. She was
That's
crying
where
for
they get you.
The cleaning fee. They know you're going to vomit in there. Those are vomit-proof seats, people. It's a scam. She was crying to her mom at dinner the other day, and I snorted. I tried not to. I honestly did. I was trying my best to keep my mouth shut. She asked me what was so funny. I said that I wasn't sure what she expected to happen, getting a group of drunk people using illicit substances and getting horned up watching exotic dancers. She said that I was the asshole for judging her and her friends. I said I wasn't judging, that just literally anyone could have seen that outcome. My mom told me to apologize because my sister is having to replace most of her wedding party on the fly.
I need to apologize for giving an opinion that I was asked about. I don't think so.
I want to know, were they at the same venue? Like, was it a male-female strip club, like side to side, or did they all go to the women's strip club? All go, like, what happened here?
Did they just have a party and hire strippers of multiple sexes?
Maybe. No, they said strip club.
Huh.
They said strip club.
I don't know a lot of co-ed strip clubs. I don't know of any, actually.
I've known one.
Why don't you text Carl? I'm sure that he'll be.
Yeah, Carl can give you the list.
Yeah,
probably give me the fucking address.
He's got 5 in a 10-minute radius from where you are right now, Vinny.
He owns half of them. You ever been to a really crazy bachelor party, Vinny?
Yeah,
like a really I remember one I went long time ago, and it wasn't the groom that got himself into trouble. It wasn't any of the groomsmen that got themselves in any trouble. It was the bride-to-be's father.
Ah!
I saw the bride-to-be's father's cock bouncing around the stage with the stripper in a veterans hall many years ago.
You got to admit that's a pretty good father-in-law, though.
Well, I'm sure he was there like, I got to keep an eye on this fucker. Gonna marry my daughter. And then he's the one fucking smashed, ripping his clothes off all over the stripper on the stage.
He's not the one getting married the next day. Have fun, bro. Have at it, Pop.
No, yeah, I mean, he's a grown man with a child old enough to be getting married. So you just assume probably he hasn't had any fun in around 20 years. And, so then he probably has one cocktail too many. And the next thing you know, his cock's bouncing on stage like Cardiff described.
I forgot to say that Both the bride-to-be's brothers were also in attendance at the bachelor party. Hey, that's my dad.
That's not fun. Now, you don't want to whip your dick out in front of your children. I'm pretty sure that's not something you should be doing, but
no.
I refuse to judge that man the way you are, Cardiff.
No, Rochi. I was, as Christian Blatt would say, no invite.
No invite to the Chrissy Mayer wedding. Yes, I was also not invited. Not invited to that. But just think, if we had been invited, we could have been on the best episode ever of WATP that they recorded that weekend. Where
second best episode.
That's the second best. That's the one where Gino didn't let anybody talk, and Alex Stein was there as well. So
the music episode. The music episode will always be the best.
If we're going to be honest, there's the music episode.
Make a lot of strange decisions over there.
Yeah, but just back to bachelor parties. I approached it as like, oh, it'll be fun. When I had my bachelor party, it's like, oh yeah, we'll go out, we'll have some fun, me and a group of guys. And yes, there was adult entertainment, but it was just it was all at the front of the strip club. It wasn't like, do you want the champagne room? No, nothing like that. Let's just have fun. But I definitely have been to other ones where clearly the groom feels like, oh, I'm never going to fuck anyone else, so I'm going to fuck the dirtiest stripper who's willing to, take a cash payout. And I'm like, I mean, if you wanted to fuck somebody other than your wife, you didn't need to do it on this night. And you should have gone to the gym and looked for a girl who's wearing inappropriate clothing.
Yeah. Or a guy.
Put your
that's true. Hey, look, no judgment.
Yeah. The craziest bachelor party I was ever involved with had nothing to do with the strip club. I'm not going to tell you the location where it was. It's a business that doesn't exist anymore, but it was a comedy club. And we shut the whole place down, hired strippers, had them up on the comedy stage doing their thing, making their own hands and fists disappear. It was pretty vile, actually. And then I think the next weekend, I'm trying to remember, it was a female comic the next weekend. And we were like, yeah, she's not doing as interesting as the show as the week before. Not as good.
It's poor.
Not quite as good.
As Rich Voss taught us, who will be at Comedy at the Carlson tonight, I believe, Vinny.
Oh, yeah.
Women aren't funny. Women aren't funny.
Yeah, I've heard him say that.
That's his movie.
Hey, hold on a second. Aloha, new big kahuna. Welcome, Kenneth Pogue.
Welcome back. Welcome, Kenneth Pogue. And Blinky Jedi, thank you for the 199. Did Hal Sparks change his hairstyle? Yes.
No, it still looks the same. Oh, hey, you want me to insult Stuttering John? This is what trashing Stuttering John looks like. John, with that haircut, you look like Prince Valiant's corpse. That would be an insult. That would be trashing someone, which I did not do.
Did we just jump over to Dabblers Anonymous subreddit?
Did we? Is that
what you're reading?
No.
Sounds like you're reading that from Dabblers Anonymous.
We were just talking about haircuts, and I was just thinking about it. Sorry.
Cardiff, are you banned forever, or does this happen every time you're on? Because I saw you got kicked off, and then you ended up on Carl's Buffalo Bills theme song.
John didn't know I was on there.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't see you there.
No, I wasn't blocked this time. He just kicked me off, so I was still backstage. He just didn't bring me back on. But I did tweet to him and Corey Feldman yesterday evening, thanking Corey for agreeing to come on the show next Thursday with John and I. And John responded to the tweet that he's done with me. So now this is where it gets more complicated. He refollowed me.
You pulled Corey Feldman into this for no reason?
Yes, I figured. I learned on Who Are These Socials this week that Corey Feldman responds to every tweet. So I figured I could convince him to come on the show with me and John on Thursday. And that would make for an epic Stuttering John podcast. But
well, look, it worked. You tagged me in a tweet that I hadn't agreed to come on this show.
And here you are.
I am.
See how the power, I willed it into existence. And I will continue to will it into existence.
I need to know the answer to this Dabble Storian. We did an F, Marry, Kill on the stream with John, Vinnie, and Cardiff on the Snipe stream. I'd really like to know the results of that. I'd very much like to know where we all landed on the F, Marry, Kill scale.
Well, again, that's hard for me to answer considering I'm on there.
Isn't it easy to just kill John and not worry about the rest of it? Let's be honest.
But why waste such a juicy butt? I mean, come on. It would be some
Dylan
fun.
from somewhere makes a big point. It was pretty presumptuous of you to try to get Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
He's a big get. His band is touring bars with capacities of dozens.
I did once attend a birthday party that Corey Feldman was at. It was one of those rare big Hollywood celebrity birthday parties that I somehow was actually invited to. Jim Norton and Sam Roberts were both there.
Well, wait a second. Before
Vin
we start
Diesel was there.
Hold on. How did you get in?
It's somebody that I worked for, not Dennis Miller. So. And you know what? He's talked about the party publicly. So Maria Menounos' husband, Kevin Undergaro, it was his birthday, and people who know her from her appearances on Stern know him. He ran a network that I worked for. So he turned 50, and we had done this show called The Tomorrow Show, where we would play regularly Corey Feldman's video for Ascension Millennium, which if you haven't seen it, anybody out there, you need to find the time.
Check it out.
It's like 4 minutes that you'll be glad you're not going to get back. It's amazing
it would be,
in every way.
It would be worth the copyright strike to play it right now on this show.
True. It absolutely would. And Kevin definitely wanted him to perform. And Corey was not interested in performing for free, which I do understand. But he tried to get him. He brought him up, handed him a mic, and I think the song even started playing. And he was like, no, I'm just here to have fun. So I almost witnessed a live performance, but I think if you gather up the super chat money that you got from today, you could probably get Corey on the show next week.
Well,
now,
so far we've made about $18.
Yep.
Jen says,
so you could get him twice.
Yes.
Mary Vinnie double K John. That's terrible. You can't double K him, but it's a pretty good.
Sorry. Anonymity. Thank you for the $2. Bukaki. But Vinny, we've StreamYard is a little fucked up. I think we all know that. Not only did Kenneth Pogue become a big kahuna, Kenneth Pogue went up to the big kahuna gods in the sky, had sexual intercourse with them, and birthed 5 big kahunas. So thank you, Kenneth Pogue, for using your semen, your bukkake, to birth 5 big kahunas and gifting 5 big kahuna memberships.
It's a majestic man right there. That is a man with some powerful seed.
Yes, it is.
Thank you, Kenneth, for joining us and helping to spread.
And I can't believe that just last night I deleted the Brady Bunch sound effect, the Tiki God sound effect from my board. How could I have done that?
I have this sound effect on. I have this sound effect on my board right here. If this helps.
Yeah, we
Does
can't
it help
hear
anything?
Oh. Yeah, I was say I didn't hear it either. Okay, I thought it was just me.
Yeah.
Okay, good. None of my stuff works.
After the show, Vinny, we'll figure it out after the show. I'm on my way. I will come and troubleshoot for you.
Please,
actually, you know what? Christian, you go do it.
Yeah, obviously, I'm just down the street if I'm in Carl's basement.
Yes, thank you. Oops.
I'm going to have to figure this all out before Monday. Great. Hey!
Another big kahuna. Dang Lizard. Thank you for joining. Thank you for becoming a big kahuna.
Yeah, Vinny, you can't come to that show. You can't come to the Creep Off with Bad Tech because one of the most enjoyable times I ever had was when you tried to do that show and Carl was in Florida and his internet just didn't work at all. And you were so angry the entire time. It made for a good show for me. Probably not for the rest of the audience, but it was my favorite episode ever.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, Chris.
Now,
here's the thing about me. I really do get frustrated, but I'm not like, I'll be angry, but I'm not really angry. Like, I'm fucking around angry. But that day I was angry. You're right. I was very mad that day.
So much fun. And that's the thing. The real anger is what's fun to watch. The real conflict is what's fun to watch. This bullshit Kevin Brennan hack yelling, screaming at everything. Not fun.
I am not wasting a minute of my fucking time on Kevin Brenner's show. In fact, I will tell you this. Here's what I am wasting a minute of my time on. Every time I have a New York comic on, the Carlson cast now, I ask for good Kevin Brennan stories from them. Not one person has given me anything flattering. And I asked him off air. Not one person has had a good word to say about the man. And these are people who are in the business. Not a one.
I almost want to think that should be a segment on comedy, the Carlson
Yeah,
cast.
they'd fucking fire me if I did that. I asked Ben Bailey on the show. I go, hey, Ben, you got any good Kevin Brennan stories? He goes, who? Who's Kevin Brennan? And then after, he told me all sorts of shit. But
well, you could start an entire Reddit of "Is Kevin Brennan the asshole?" and people can post the stories, and in every instance, the answer will be yes, yes, he is.
If you're with us, let me see some FKBs in the chat.
Now, Vinny, you gave me a fantastic idea.
I'm listening.
So, as you know, Christian Blatt, you may have heard I do a little couple segments on WATP. Who are the To Catch an Alien, To Catch a Dabbler, Who Said It, may be coming back soon. Vinny gave me a fantastic idea for a game revolving around Karen Brennan. And I have been attempting for the last week and a half to put this together. I cannot listen long enough to be able to put any clips together. I get so fucking irritated listening to that show. I don't understand how people can sit through it. He is so fucking hard to listen to.
Does he not have an ounce of fucking logic in his brain? Everything just fucking rambles and trails off. The thing I mean, it's so uninteresting. Rage for the sake of rage is lame.
It's hard to believe that his podcast is so bad when his half-hour sitcom pilot was so good. You know, it just doesn't mesh in my mind.
Yeah, they hired writers. The show wasn't filmed with him in a writer's room and Bob Levy. If that was the pilot,
I think you may have missed some of the sarcasm in Christian Blatt's comment.
I never watched this thing. It very well could be good.
No, it would be the opposite.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. I mean, it's also an early 2000s sitcom, so the bar is set exceptionally low. It's less funny than Two Girls, a Guy, in a Pizza Place. You know, so.
I don't follow this Dabbleverse very closely. I don't care that much. You
were just on Stuttering John's show yesterday, Vinny.
I know, but I was on Stuttering John's show because of you. I watch a little bit of it, and I don't watch a lot of shows. I've been watching a little bit of Shuli's BS show in the mornings, and I keep trying to put on Kevin Brennan's show, but like you said, Cardiff, you can only go a couple of minutes with it. I think Bob is a very funny guy. I like Bob Levy. It's unlistenable.
I mean, it's almost entirely him reading super chats, so it is very difficult to create content around that. And then look, Vinny and Cardiff, you don't have the best guest on your show this week, but I think not even close. However, I do
barely even a guest.
That's true. Accidentally, I stumbled into here, but I would say that KB, it's like Joey C's wife, I believe, was on. I mean, you hear the people that he has on, and Ski Mask. I think even all the people that Kevin Brennan has alienated, you would assume he could do better, but I guess he can't.
Well, that's what my point was, because, Carl played that clip on WATP last week of Bill Burr, going after him when he was on a show. There's a reason why, comics don't want to do something. There's a reason why comics wouldn't go do another comics podcast. And you know what that reason is? You don't want to get their fucking stink on you in the business. Not for nothing, a lot of people treat Anthony like shit now. They don't talk to Anthony just because of things that he's done. Kevin Brennan is going down that same trail. He's not saying the same types of things as Anthony is, but people are just fucking probably ignoring his invitations to come on his show. People are just not going to waste their time and do it.
Now, I sent that clip to Carl. That's from the Porcelain documentary that he did about Kevin Brennan. Carl missed, I think because Melton was talking over him a lot and kind of going back and forth. Carl missed the best part of that Bill Burr clip. So everybody go check out the Porcelain's documentary on Kevin Brennan. It's fantastic.
I'm sorry for letting this episode today. It's 8:30 in the morning. When we started this, I'm having problems over here that we have devolved into this. But boy, am I annoyed. Hey, CMOS4044, thanks for becoming a YouTube member. Welcome back, my
Brennan.
man.
You get one of those. Welcome. And let's close out the Kevin Brennan segment of Subreddit Surfing, and let's get back to Am I the Asshole?
Hi, Brennan.
Okay, good. Just have to do it one more time. Am I the asshole? I'm gonna read you this title. I'm gonna have a couple questions for you two fine scholars. Am I the asshole for not wanting my polycule parents at my wedding? Now, I have a couple questions.
What's
Oh, go ahead.
What did you say they were?
Polycule.
Okay. I don't know.
So first question is, what's a wedding? Second question, what is polycule?
Well, I didn't know that this was going to come up, but boy, did you pick a good show to have me on, because let's just say a member of my extended family is in the polycule world of relationships. So I know exactly what it is. So you can understand the poly part. It's like polyamory. And
I thought like plastic.
No, exactly. But I do believe that is also a different subcule for people in the polycule. So everyone in the relationship is in multiple relationships. And in some cases, there are spouses, and both spouses also have extra partners. And so that network, it grows out. It's like when you used to have on your cell phone plan, you used to have a top 8, but you're fucking all of them.
So it's like MySpace.
Yes, exactly. It's MySpace. It's MySpace with dicks.
All right.
How is this different than like swinging?
Each of them is a committed relationship. It's just, and everyone's aware of the other relationships. No one's running around and hiding it. Everyone's very upfront, and in a lot of cases, they know each other. Sometimes groups of them might even go out. I had a hint of what this was not growing up, but living in Burbank, California, when the Polyamory Society would meet, of all places, at the local Fuddruckers. And they would have monthly meetings, and there would be a sign. And I would say, like, oh, let's not let the kids go in that room. We'll just stay over here with them.
There's a thing in Rochester called the Rochester Kink Society.
I'm listening.
They have their meetings at a place called Jay's Diner. So yeah, it's interesting where they pick,
I have to say, I'm going to prejudge the Rochester Kink Society to be the ugliest group of people that could ever possibly get together a Saturday morning at, where's the place? Jay's
Diner.
Jay's Diner. Oh, yeah. I'm sure that's not. Now, the California, Christian, I think you've surmised why people want California to fall off of America. They wish that they would just sink into the Pacific Ocean and go away. But
because a polyamory society wants to meet at Fuddruckers, I don't see anything wrong with this, Cardiff. Why are you judging?
Yes, well, maybe because the only person that had a clue what polycule is the California libtard over there.
Damn it.
He's talking about you.
Right again.
Yes. Am I the asshole for not wanting my polycule parents at my wedding? So let's see. My parents are in a polycule relationship with a man. Okay, so it's just a threesome.
Yeah,
it's not really polycule.
No,
it's a little. Yeah, no. They've given their kink a glorious title, but it's just Ma likes it on both ends.
Yeah. They've just got a houseboy. They have a houseboy, and they're trying to call it something fancy.
Every night we go to Paris and visit the Eiffel Tower in that house. It's beautiful.
I've always been mildly
relationship.
I've always been mildly uncomfortable with it due to a variety of features about the whole thing. For starters, the man is as young as I am, and he basically now lives in my former room growing up. So he lives in the house with him.
Oh, no. Holy shit, this is insane. You're telling me like a dude who could have been in your class is fucking both of your parents and living in your home?
I hope we get to it, but I want to know, when the mom is with the second husband, does she go into the son's old room to fuck, or does he come into, like, does she get the master bedroom all the time? Does she rotate bedrooms?
Cardiff, send Opie the link.
It's a great idea.
I will send
it to
Opie
him right now. Say, come on over, Ope. I got lots to beef at him about too.
Send over. We missed Dang Lizard. People in MLC chat want Bob off the show. It would really be unwatchable then. Absolutely. Thank you for the 5.
Who are the people that watch that show?
euros.
I feel like they are the most angry human beings on the planet. The people who are like legitimately fans of MLC have to just be screaming at everybody all day.
I think so.
I just always assume that chat is all people who are looking to clip the show for their own podcast, but it's actually a very difficult show to clip because it's so bad.
It is awful. CMOS44, thank you for the 5 euros. I didn't know Porcelain did a doc on KB. I'll watch this right after. Have a great day, Vinny, Cardiff, and Chris. No, right after this, go watch Tukey and Wendy the Slow Adult. Please. Dang Lizard, thank you for the 10 euros. Who wrote that? Jaden Smith. Yes. Let's see. It was posted. It was posted 10 days ago.
Oh boy.
That's so funny. That is so funny. Dang Lizard. Fucking A, buddy. Hey, aloha, Big Kahuna.
Okay, let me get back. And I'll be completely honest here. All of this sort of discomforts me. Nevertheless, I have my own life. I still love them, and I try not to think of that in any capacity. They are happy, and that's good for them. With the background out of the way, I'm getting married soon, and I wanted my parents to be there, of course. They were happy for me, and it was great. Then my SO, significant other, and I got to arranging everything for the wedding, and we eventually began arranging seating. I want to know if the dudes at the head table with
Dude, if I'm this guy getting married, there is no way I invite the guy who's begging my parents to my wedding just because of the fact that I don't want him near my wife. I don't trust this guy.
I wanted to run my seating plan by my parents so they know some people better. So I emailed it to them and asked them to look it over. They looked it over and they called me that I had missed a seat for Dave.
Oh no! Of course, his name is Dave.
Fake name, he says. I told them I didn't think Dave would be coming. They said that he would be. They would all be coming, and I said I'm not sure if it's a good idea. I tried.
That's the thing about Dave. He's always coming.
He's always coming. I told him I was uncomfortable with Dave coming, and I wanted to share my special day with them, not Dave. I tried to explain why I didn't think it was appropriate. At this point,
do the parents want like Dave's chair in the middle between them in the front row of the ceremony, and they're both just holding his hands, watching their baby boy get married? Oh, that is really weird.
Well, I thought Dave would be under the table on his hands and knees in a leather outfit like he usually is. I didn't think he needed
walk him in on a chain.
Yeah, exactly.
We unzipped. We got Dave his dress leathers for this. We got him fancy.
Now I'm picturing this Dave guy looking like Keith from Righteous Gemstones. Like I'm just picturing
Keith. Yes, Keith.
He doesn't wear a shirt. He's got like a mullet. And he just follows these two fucking boomers around. Oh, so weird.
So at this point, things took a turn for the worse. We had a back and forth which basically devolved into a fight. Eventually, they basically said they'd much rather not come if they couldn't come as a complete couple. I, in my moment of anger, then said, "Great, don't come," in a passive-aggressive tone. Is that really a passive-aggressive tone? Okay. I haven't talked to my parents since then. In a way, I feel like they've changed so much from when I was young. I still love them. I still wanted them to come. Oh, don't worry. They come.
Not
but all
the
of
problem.
This is just not how I imagined my wedding going. It's their life to live, but this is my wedding. It's supposed to be about me and my significant other surrounded by people we cherish. Dave and I have no relationship. He is a stranger to me, and respectfully, I genuinely am completely fine with that. I want them to come, but if they want to bring Dave, I'd much rather they don't. I love them, but I don't want Dave there. So am I the asshole? Edit. We are not doing a +1 system. The wedding is only people we love and cherish and their families that we love and cherish. It's a 53-person wedding, so it's not huge. People have also asked for my gender and age, so here I am. 26-year-old male. My fiance is 28. Dave is 27. My mom 54, and my dad 55.
I think that this story is a great example of gender bias, because if Dave was a girl, I think we'd all be like, well, why can't she be there? And the poster would probably be like, yeah, all right. But the fact that it's a dude just makes it weird. Like she's talked about it. My friend Zia, who used to co-host the Chip Chipperson podcast, she talks a lot about how after her mom passed away, her dad remarried, and the girl he remarried is a girl she went to high school with and was actually like 2 years younger than her. And I'm like, this guy's my hero. I love that. But if it was like a dude in her class, I'd be like, ew.
Yeah, that would be.
Maybe there's a double standard there,
Yeah.
but I find the whole thing weird. I mean, like, your parents are your parents. It
Sure.
doesn't sound like, it sounds like this is a relatively new thing for them. You know what I mean? Like, how long did it say how long they were in a relationship with this guy before he fucking moved in? You know, it's weird.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, I guess it's not that different than if the parents had gotten divorced and then you didn't want to invite the new boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever.
Oh, I think it's definitely different than that.
No, I know, but it's the same thought. But you could have that same thing, like, I don't want this person that I don't really know. And then it gets like 10 times weirder because they're in a relationship with him. But I don't know. I mean, the fact that the parents are, all three of us have had a wedding. I mean, people replying that they weren't coming. I'm like, oh, thank God. That's one less dinner that we have to pay for. So, well, it is their parents, I guess.
Oh,
well,
yeah,
that was
feed the guy who's double stuffing my mom. Yeah, great.
Well, when I initially read it, I saw the title. I did look up polycule, and I saw that it was these umbrella relationships.
Sure.
And I was thinking, I was initially thinking it was going to be like, we have to invite 40 extra people to the wedding and pay for them, right? But no, it's just Dave. It's just Dave. Sorry, Dang Lizard, we missed you. €5. Thank you. Dave was his bully in high school and took the yo mama jokes too far. Very, very
Sounds
likely.
like it.
Fat Dip the Lactator, thank you for the $2 super sticker. Oh, well, who's the asshole?
Mama's so fat, and I should know because I tossed her salad last night.
Yes. Your mom's so fat, her blood type is ragu. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck Dave.
Well, they do often.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never want to fuck. I would never get into a verbal altercation with this guy because I know he could just fuck me up. I would never mess with that guy. He'd be like, yeah, oh yeah, well, your mom swallows. Ah! You know, it's fucking horrible. All right. You got another one, Cardiff?
I do have another one, and it's closely related to a story that Christian Blatt just told us. So let's see if we can find the connection. Am I the asshole for not being understanding of a kink? I'm going to be a sophomore in college, 19F, in a few weeks. My dad is 49 and has a girlfriend that is 26. This relationship already made me feel a bit uneasy in general. I have been living at home this summer and it's been all right. She sleeps over sometimes, etc. Okay, I don't know why the etc. But a few days ago,
and some weekends she hears them fucking on the couch. I think that's what the ETC stands for.
Well, don't worry. She spells it out in the next sentence. So the etc. I don't feel was necessary.
Oh,
she really gets to the etc. in the next line of the post. But a few days ago, I heard them having sex in the night, and I noticed they were having a role play kink. I think this is the correct term of a dad and daughter. And what I heard was really gross in the few seconds that I heard.
Man, it's like
obviously this makes me feel weird. Yeah, obviously. I've been avoiding them both.
You're not the asshole, honey. You're not the asshole here.
I've been avoiding them both and not speaking to them much at all since I've heard it. I will just say that I've even looked into this kink online and on Reddit, of course, that's where you go, to try and understand it more, and I just can't seem to get past the feeling I have. If I can't get past this, would I be the asshole for speaking up about what I heard and how it made me feel? No, just run away. Just leave.
But to her dad's defense, he did say that, no, it's okay because my kink is that she's my stepdaughter. So that's okay. Just go on Pornhub and you'll see that step siblings and step parents, that's all okay.
All right, here's what I think here. I find this all very, very creepy, but I think the kink is probably the 26-year-old girl's, not so much his. I think that any girl who's like in her 20s who's dating an older guy like that has a thing for dads. There's some daddy issues there, 100%. So I think she might be into it. He's going along with it because why the fuck not? When else are you going to get 26-year-old pussy?
Yeah. But either way, it's gross.
Oh,
I mean,
very
he knows
much
that
so.
he knows that his actual daughter's in the house, so it's like, hey, we can do any other kink besides that. When she goes back to school and after the summer's over, then we'll do whatever you want. But how about angry school principal, a naughty librarian? There's so many things we could do. Let's try and figure it out. But no, I still need you to fuck me, daddy.
Yeah, the fact she's home makes it extra gross. Yeah, but you think now? Do you think? Is this the 26-year-old's way of trying to push the daughter out?
Yeah.
Like this is like, okay, I'm gonna get rid of this bitch. I'm gonna get rid of this bitch any way I can. And if this is what I have to, if she starts wearing her daughter's clothes.
I was gonna say, what I mean, like, are they borrowing? Is this is she borrowing your clothes type situation? How close are these two?
Yeah. Well, yeah. The worst part was when I came home and they were watching my quinceanera on TV while they were fucking.
Oh, Christian.
What? He had her bent over my old yearbooks.
Look, I was impressed that my old Girl Scout uniform fit her, but it was still massively inappropriate.
Yeah, that's that is a that is one. I think someone had it in the chat. That is one for the creep off, Vinny.
It might be
one for the creep off.
Wow. Yeah. So did they say the dad was an asshole? Because I'm gonna lead towards cool guy.
It hasn't been awarded anything. We're getting a lot of not the asshole.
Okay.
But with your theory, Vinny, it's the 26-year-old is potentially the biggest of the assholes, but the dad is also an asshole for going along with it. But you can also understand it because how old did it say was? He's like in his 50s, and you're right.
No, 49. So almost
47, and the idea of 26-year-old puss is very, very, very foreign to me. So
I feel like if this was his game, it would have been like, let's play Big Dick Daddy and ungrateful daughter who doesn't pay rent and eavesdrops. Like if that would be his game.
Yeah, she walks in the door. Okay, let's pretend you're just home for the summer from college,
and you're listening from the other room.
Yeah.
I come in the middle of the night.
Wow.
That's rough.
If I'm the girl, though, if I'm the daughter, I'm moving immediately. That's not
get
I'm
out, run.
Anymore.
Yeah, how bad is mom's place that you're not staying there?
It's a great question. Well, you should see what's going on there. You could only imagine what's going on at mom's house.
This guy named Dave lives in my old bedroom at that house. You don't even want to know.
Fucking Dave. All right, let's do.
Look at King of all diffs over here bragging. Look at this.
Good for you, King.
No one believes you, King of all diffs. No one believes you.
I'm
Vinny.
more inclined to believe him than corn diff, though.
Tell me the truth. Promise you'll tell me the truth. Okay, go ahead.
I got another bachelor party one here.
Okay.
Takes a different angle, though. Am I the asshole? A friend invited me to his buddy's bachelor party weekend. First of all, if you're making it a weekend, go fuck yourself. All right.
But also, like, you're going to a bachelor party weekend of someone you don't know. You're invited
friend
to
of
your
a friend.
friends. Yeah.
I couldn't go. No, I couldn't go because of work. Now he wants me to pay for my share of the Airbnb.
Come again?
So
the guy's not going.
He's not going. Now let's see.
Charge him.
Maybe let's see if he canceled last minute. Like I think there's some nuance here. So let's see. My longtime friend invited me to his buddy's bachelor party weekend at a house near the beach. I've met the bachelor only a handful of times. Same with a few of the other people attending. So he's an outsider. He's a third party in this. Some I didn't even know.
Why is he invited?
They probably needed to split the cost. They're trying to just get as many people as possible. Like, you ever go to a bachelor party where they're selling tickets for?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's like there's a whole bunch of people that they're just selling. They're just trying to make some money, for the eventual divorce. Some I didn't know. I think my buddy invited me because he wanted to spend time with me because we didn't see each other that much, and I also think he wanted to lower the cost of the Airbnb. He said I would have to pay $337 for my part of the Airbnb, which I was fine to pay. Okay. Here's where the changes though. The day before leaving, I got a call from my job that required me to work the Friday they were leaving, so I wouldn't be able to attend. I apologized to my friend, but there was nothing I could do about missing work. A week after the bachelor party, I went to see him, and he told me everyone thought I should still have to pay. He sent me a Venmo request. I honestly think that they should just divide up the amount I owe and make everyone else pay. I also gave my buddy a bunch of weed that I grew before he left in trade as a sorry for not going, and he gave it to all the people. I don't plan on paying. Am I the asshole?
It was only $320 worth of weed. You still owe me $17 worth of weed.
Here's my thoughts on this. If I'm the best man of this and I'm the one organizing all this stuff, I end up paying this guy's share. I just say, okay, no problem, pal, and I move on and I don't make it a thing. That's me. Because you don't, or you just say to everybody, hey, we got somebody back out. Do you guys mind throwing in an extra $10 on top of what you were going to pay for this, whatever, to make up his share?
Yeah.
Whatever.
I've been a best man planning one of these. It wasn't a weekend, and my wife has also been a maid of honor. And yes, in both cases, we ended up spending a lot more money than everyone else because of just dumb stuff like this.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like it's just kind of like, all right, I guess that's the cost of the honor of having to devote so much of my time to planning this night out. You know.
Yeah, like I look at it like if they were going to this Airbnb anyway. Right. If they booked a larger place because this guy was coming, then maybe he's responsible for some of it. Like if it's like, okay, we got a 4-bedroom house by the beach. And then this guy says, I'm going to come. Like, can we find something bigger? Okay, let's get a 5. He doesn't want to sleep on a couch. Okay, maybe he's got to pay. But if they were going there anyway, right, I think he's in the clear. I mean, he did cancel last minute. The reason why is irrelevant. I don't give a fuck. If you book a hotel, you can't go the next day. You missed the cancellation. You missed the cancellation. Like it's not their fault.
That's life.
If they were going anyway, like now we have 5 guys instead of 6, but they were still going to go in the same place. I think he's off the hook. But then they should pay for his weed that he gave them. Pay the man for his drugs, please.
Yeah, I mean, they're all enjoying it the whole weekend. They're all gonna enjoy that dude's weed. I mean, how much could it be? $100, $200,
$337.
Is that what he says it is for his
$337? Yeah. What kind of Airbnb is this? If $337, it sounds like there was a bunch of people there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did this guy own a pink blanket?
Oh. Hopefully.
That's funny.
Hopefully. But yeah, it's. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a little more context that's needed, but Reddit has decided that this guy is the asshole.
How? Well, I disagree, Reddit. I don't want to go against Reddit, but I think that it like you said, Cardiff, if this was a hotel room situation where there's cancellation that you already passed, but it's like you just divide it up amongst the other guys, or the best man has to step up and write a check for an extra $337.
Well, Christian Blatt, let's hear what an asshole aficionado says. An asshole aficionado says, you're the asshole. You committed to going, and the price for everyone was divided on the understanding X number of people were attending. Maybe some people decided to attend because the evenly split amount was in their budget, and now your portion added changes to that. You committed to going, you pay your share. It's not an unreasonable point. Also, it was a weekend, so OP couldn't leave Friday. Why not meet them Friday night or Saturday morning? You're the asshole.
Okay, so I will say this. I don't think anybody here is really an asshole. I don't think anybody's really being an asshole. I think they both have reasonable points. They just don't agree. Can we say that?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, I think if for me, I would have paid. Just that's what I would. If I say I'm going, and I pay. Like the amount of time.
Challenge them all to a boxing match, 1 round.
Yes,
each,
that's the
and I would have about winner takes all.
Yes, they can just line up fresh guys every round, and I will fight them all. I will fight them all. Yeah, I don't know. I've been in too many situations where a group party. You ever been to a big group dinner, and you get the one check, and then the guy at the end of the table that's been drinking the entire night, just smashing drinks like high-end cocktails, throws down $50 and runs away. And who's standing there at the end of the night?
Oh, you'll never get away with that at a table with me, baby. You will never get away with that. That's the shit. I've seen people do it, and it makes me mad. Now you're just conning all your friends. Now you're an asshole.
That's the one scenario where I won't be like, yeah, let's just split it however many ways. When there is clearly the one person drinking so much more, it's like, no, let's take the time and do the math.
Yeah, let's
or I would just have Nasty Al pay for it because he seems to have David Chandler money out there.
Thank you, Nasty Al. Vinny, please read the entire convo with SJ after yesterday's show. And your face was priceless when SJ showed his fingernails. See Avatar, high potato. Yes, we have seen that photo. Do we have a way to put that photo up on the stream? Vinny, do you have it?
I might have it. Hold on a second.
I have it on my phone. But...
I will not be reading any personal correspondence between myself and John on the air. I'm not that guy. Sorry. But I will tell you this. He did tell me to go suck Carl's dick.
Nasty Al called me up.
And I felt that was out of line. I felt like that was very out of line.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry, but we all do shows with Carl. I thought that was the prerequisite, was that we have to suck Carl's dick, and that's the only way we get to do these shows. Is that
so? Only newbies. Only newbies have to.
Carl chooses us based on his favorite hole. So yours may be the mouth. Vinny's is not.
That makes sense, actually. Yeah.
Carl's always scared Vinny will bite. He's a hungry boy. So Vinny gets it somewhere else. Hear what I'm implying, Vinny?
I hear you.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
That's the still.
There it is.
I was shocked I was looking at him up close like that. It really did startle me.
Oh, Vinny.
Would anybody be interested in funding a DNA swab to figure out what's underneath those fingernails? To just kind of send it on down to the lab and figure out what particles of what substances are under John's fingernails.
It's poop. Dylan from somewhere. Thank you for making
whose
an
poop?
Excellent point.
I think what Christian was asking, whose poop?
Yeah, that is what I was hoping to find out.
Dylan from somewhere, thank you for pointing this out. The other Vinny would violate John by showing all private conversations.
The bar certified Vinny would violate a private trust, not the Carlson bar certified Vinny. The New York State bar certified Vinny would violate your trust, but not the guy that can serve you drinks at the Carlson.
Not the People's Champ, baby. The People's Champ ain't going to do that to you, ever. So, Cardiff, we've had a hell of a fun show. What is going on at Be Dabbler's channel next? Tell everybody. Let's tell them all they can migrate over there.
In just 7 minutes, the famous Wendy the Slow Adult will be on with not Be Dabbler. Be Dabbler, you normally see Be Dabbler Saturday mornings in that time slot. This week, it's everyone's favorite piece of garbage, Tukey. Tukey will be there. There. And you know what Tukey said to me the other day on the phone? Now, I know you won't violate a personal trust, but I will. I was on the phone with Tukey just yesterday, and you know what he said to me? I was recording it. You want to hear?
Yeah.
I wore a pedometer for a week. Good news. I'm not a pedo.
Yay, that's good news.
He needed to wear a meter to find out if he was a pedo or not.
Am I the asshole? Did Brian Kowalski just gift people a whole bunch of subs to this channel?
No. I doubt it. He's a cheap bastard.
No, it seems like he was being very generous. Thank you, Brian. That was super cool of you. Aloha, Big Kahuna.
I strongly doubt it. But I will check.
What's
Brian Kowalski.
A New York attorney. I believe it's 1-800-HACK. I don't know.
Brian Kowalczyk, thank you very much for again flying up to the big kahuna in the sky, having vaginal intercourse with her, and birthing 5 big kahunas. Thank you.
It's how they're made. It's how
Brian
they make them.
Kowalczyk. And thank you to everyone who gifted memberships. Thank you, everyone who joined. Thank you, everyone who super chatted. Thank you, everyone who woke up early to watch the show today. We really appreciate the people who wake up early to watch this show. That's who we appreciate the most. The people who wake up early to watch this show. No one else that wakes up early. Christian, anything you'd like to promote?
Well, later on today, I will be on the Who Are These Podcasts? We're doing a special segment promoting the premiere of Who Are These Broadcasters, which will be this upcoming Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. That'll be a weekly show with myself, Eric Zane, and Carl. At least for when we start, Carl's going to be on. Until he starts big timing us, Carl will be on.
I'm going to tell you something right now. Carl told me that he was trying to get Eric Zane into the mix on this. I hope I'm not giving anything away. And my thoughts on that was that is an excellent team up. I feel like that's going to be really good.
I was wondering who he was going to suggest and how I was going to have to get used to doing a show with Tukey. And then when he said Eric, I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. So
Eric's phenomenal. I love Eric very much. And I love you too, Christian. Don't feel bad. I think you two will do a nice job together.
We'll do a nice show. And speaking of Tukey, by the way, I did actually have him on my podcast. I surprised my co-host because we reviewed Oppenheimer. And I thought after an hour, what would be fun would be to have Tukey pop in. One of my co-hosts thought it was funny and enjoyed it. And the other one was really confused. And I think that was better for Tukey. And Cardiff, I don't know if you heard, but Carl was promoting that he was on that movie podcast that
Hack the Movies with
Hack the Movies, and they reviewed Bert Kreischer's The Machine. Now Cardiff and I did that months ago. I think we squeezed everything out of that movie. So look for that episode of the Black Cast that Cardiff was on a few months ago. And and don't worry about new content about The Machine.
We did invent talking about Bert Kreischer's The Machine. That is correct.
100% we did.
I even fucking took shots at The Machine on the Carlson cast yesterday, where I'm not allowed to take shots at anybody.
Nice.
I had Rich Voss on, and Voss is on that tour with Kreischer, Cardiff. You know how they're doing like the baseball arenas and everything?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Like Tammy Pescatelli. He's got Voss. He's got Fortune. He's got so many people. And I was like, oh, it must be fun doing that tour. He's like, yeah, the tour is great. And I go, yeah, that's cool. Movie sucked, though. And then Voss's response to that was, I didn't see the movie, but if I did, I would tell him it was great.
Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely would.
Now we're out.
Honesty. That's honesty.
Yeah.
Vinny,
go on tour with it. You want to go on tour with a guy, you tell them their movie was great.
That's the business, kids.
Yeah, come on.
There it is. Show business. Show business. I love doing the show this morning. I need to do some troubleshooting on my computer and figure out what the fuck is going on over here. But all of you folks who tuned in early, thank you. Love you guys. Cardiff, you're great, buddy. And I'm looking forward to Wednesday already. We're going to be back Wednesday night with a new episode.
Wednesday. And then in the fall.
Almost back to Mondays. We're almost back.
In the fall, we'll be back to a regular schedule. I think Monday is where we're landing. We're definitely going to be on a more regular schedule. We apologize again for last week. But as I said, Vinny had some pizza coupons that were expiring.
But that's not true.
And
that's not true.
Could not waste any time not eating pizza.
That does check out, Vinny. That sounds like it would make sense.
How long do you think I hold on to pizza coupons, Cardiff? Christian, I mean,
okay, Vinny does have a good point. Yeah.
Well, Vinny also did buy a printing press to make counterfeit pizza coupons. So he's got an endless supply. All right, everybody, that's it for this week. Thank you to all the big kahunas. Go check Bedabbler. Go check Tukey and Wendy out right now. They're starting very soon.
Don't forget to like this and subscribe, though, please, and thank you.
Yes, please like and subscribe. Get the notifications, do all that stuff, and Galaga, everybody.
Galaga!